My name is Tancrede Roy, and I'm an 11-year-old boy, and in July of 2016, I left Boston, went to Europe, and then went to Messina, which is in Sicily, to swim the Straits of Messina. Messina is on the northeast side of Sicily, and it is an extremely beautiful maritime city.
So I've always liked ocean swimming, and it's really just a passion for me. I love to go in the water. I love doing all these swims. I love just swimming in general, but I really do love swimming in the ocean, and I think Messina is probably a challenge for me, but it's also like a privilege, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot.
Messina is an important place in Homer's Odyssey, and it is where Scylla and Charybdis are, and in Homer's Odyssey, the main character, Ulysses, has to cross it. Mount Etna is extremely close to Messina, and it is by far the tallest and the largest volcano in Europe, and at the same time, it is not dormant, but active. Swordfish are the principal form of marine life in the Straits of Messina, and every morning you would see swordfish boats going out catching swordfish in the same manner as they did 100 years ago, by way of harpoon and lookout. And every night there'd always be swordfish in the market.
I've been training for 2 years for a 5-mile swim, though Messina's only about 2 miles. So I've been training for about 2 years, and it's been hard. So I was just getting used to the water. I swam for a couple minutes, like a quarter of a mile down the beach, and then I swam back to the hotel. It was really nice. The water was really nice, and so I'm just doing that to get used to the water, because I don't want anything to go wrong in the day of Messina. I don't want to not be used to the water and get a little nervous. So yeah, just doing this to get ready for it. Messina is a challenge in itself, really. To get here, it was a little long, but it was totally worth it. But now I have to face the real challenge, which is swimming with Sina. And I think it will be a little challenging, but it will pay off, and I think I will be happy when I'm done with it. It's about 1.91 miles.
Recreone is an association that helps children who are less fortunate get used to the water, and I thought Messina would be a great way to help this association, and so I really hope that this will help them. The day before the Messina swim, we had a meeting with some officials from Recreone, Giovanni, the boat pilot, and officials from the Coast Guard as well to talk about security and how the Messina swim was going to be laid out, how things were going to go, the order of moving from point A to point B, getting everyone here, getting Giovanni over, and at the end of the day, we all had something in our mind that this was going to be harder than what we had expected. On the morning of the swim, I woke up with a little anxiety, but I was mainly excited to swim, and it was pretty nerve-wracking to get in the car and say, okay, I'm going to swim, even though ordinarily it wouldn't seem very scary. I really was under the impression that this was going to be the hardest thing that I had ever done, and getting to the beach was very, well, it was different than what I had ever expected. I was nervous, but at the same time, I was dying from excitement.
Sono partite alle ore, allora facciamo sempre. Sono partite alle ore 8:29.
Once I started the crossing, I had the chance to look up and I saw the sky becoming more and more menacing. It almost looked like a hurricane. After 15 minutes of being in the water, I felt absolutely amazing, and I felt like I wouldn't need to have a water break throughout the whole crossing, and I decided to just keep going. Once I got about halfway through the crossing, the sky was still very, very menacing and intimidating, but I decided to keep on going and decided I was going to finish this. As I got closer and closer to Calabria, I could see the sky getting more and more blue, and it was almost a sign as though I had gotten through the hardest. So just when I had a couple minutes left in my swim, the waves became brutal, and I thought to myself, could I really do this? Could I really swim Messina? Finally, after having swam for an hour and 7 minutes, I got out of the water and climbed onto the boat with exhaustion that I had never felt before.
Tancrede, Gary, guarda noi! Auguri! Siete di tanti?
Comandante?
Bravo, bravi, bravi! Senti, Giovanni!
Once I stepped foot on the beach, I had the great pleasure to be welcomed by all the children from the Association L'Acquione and to be just treated as a hero.
Condividano con noi l'orgoglio di questa importante impresa, ma vorrei anche che venisse accanto a noi Patrizio Tomata.
Grazie mille a tutti. This morning when I got in the water, I at first was a little nervous, but when I thought about how I was going to help everyone who was just constantly struggling to reach a goal, I realized that I could do it. I really hope that this is going to be able to help everyone who just needs help almost. And I also really would like to help Acquione, and that's really what this swim was for, to help all children and to help Acquione, the society, who are less fortunate.
L'associazione L'Aquilone Onlus di euro 15.000. All'associazione L'Aquilone Onlus firma Roy Tancredi. Grazie! Grazie di cuore veramente, grazie a nome di tutte le persone con le quali chiaramente avremo da dover fare delle iniziative importanti e per le quali questo assegno verrà speso. Grazie, grazie di cuore.
Un bambino americano di 11 anni di Boston attraverserà a nuoto lo Stretto di Messina a scopo benefico.
1 ora e 10 minuti, tanto ci è voluto al piccolo Tancrede Brittannicus Roy, 11enne di Boston, per portare a termine la sua impresa, attraversare a nuoto lo Stretto di Messina per dare speranza a chi nella vita è stato meno fortunato di lui. La sfida di un giorno, la sfida per la vita, il motto del piccolo Tancrede. A fare da spalla al ragazzino durante la traversata la mamma Isabelle, il papà Stephen e l'allenatore Gary Emich.